I'm Richard Morecroft, and welcome to a brand new season of Letters and Numbers. Now, of course, last Friday night saw Tony Louis take out the Series 2 crown in spectacular fashion. So now we begin the search for a brand new champion, starting with our next two contestants, and we will have a chat with them very shortly. But first, of course, a big hello to our resident royalty, first of all, the Queen of Quotients, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
That was an amazing end to our second series on Friday night. Went right down to the wire, right down to the conundrum.
You're not wrong there. It was so exciting. But may I remind you, and may I remind David, that it was the maths that got Tony to that winning position.
Well, it was, you're right, it was Tony's beautiful solution to that final maths problem that put him in the position to take the crown finally.
Maths saves the day once again, David.
Welcome, Lily. And the King of English, David Astle. Now, calm down, David. I know you're looking a little bit distressed there. But it was the conundrum, finally, that actually settled
Which
the
is to
finals.
say letters and numbers both saved the day, let's be honest. But it was a fitting finale.
It was a fitting finale, but we need to move on.
Yep.
It's Series 3 now, and 3 is a pretty important number.
I believe there's a little bit of sorcery attached to the number 3 because it does combine letters and numbers. In fact, if I look up my sleeve, there's nothing there. And if I mix up there, I get the number 3, which is a number. But if I mix the letters of 3, I get ether, which is an early anaesthetic and therefore a number. So there, within 3 words, are two that mean number and number, letters and numbers. And I believe that's a beautiful way to start what should be a fantastic season.
That is a magic beginning. Thank you, David.
Thanks.
Let's turn to our first two contestants now for this brand new series, and starting, of course, with our carryover champion from the last series before the finals, roof plumbing specialist and budding artist, Andre Sardone. Hello, Andre.
G'day.
Welcome back. Now, you've been very patient over the last week or so while we've had the final series running. Have you been busy creatively during that time?
I've been putting a few things together and trying out a few ideas, so it's been good.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to lots of creative letter and number play tonight. Great to see you back in the carryover champion chair.
Thank you.
And here to challenge Andre is engineering and science student Jenny Lee. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, Richard.
Now, as well as your engineering and science activities as a student, you have a very special talent.
I can solve a Rubik's Cube and my fastest time is 42 seconds.
Ooh. Do you have any idea how many combinations there are in a Rubik's Cube?
I think there's something between like 10 to the power of, I think, 32 or something like that
So
combinations.
It's vastly
Lot.
complicated.
Yes.
We are going to ask you at some stage to try and demonstrate. Anyway, good luck. So please do welcome Andre Sardone and Jenny Lee. And we always kick off the proceedings with the letters game, where our contestants get to make the longest word possible from the selected letters. Andre, carryover champion, off you go.
I'll start with a consonant, please.
Certainly. Let's start with R.
And another consonant, please.
F.
And I'll have a vowel.
U.
Another vowel, thanks.
O.
I'll have a consonant now.
M.
And a consonant, please.
B.
And a vowel.
E.
And a consonant.
G.
And a vowel, thanks.
And lucky last, E.
And here's our first clock. Seconds are up. How did you go, Andre?
I've got a possible 6.
Possible 6, fingers crossed. What about you, Jenny?
I think I have a 6 as well.
Okay, let's start there with yours, please.
Morgue.
Morgue, could you spell it for us?
M-O-R-G-U-E.
And yours, Andre?
Bruges, B-R-O-U-G-E.
Oh, now that's an interesting one, David. Morgue is deadly, but Bruges I'm not so sure on.
That's right. Well, we know that Morgue is gruesome but lucrative. It's a great 6, but let's just check Bruges. Bruges, B-R-O-U-G-E. No luck there, Andre. But Brogue, which was my 6, in other words, I transposed that U and G, which is a shoe, is another 6. And amazingly, after that little 3 trick, the first word I could get from those first 4 letters was the number 4, which I believe is the only number that actually uses the same amount of letters to spell itself. So there's a little bit of letters and numbers magic happening early.
You are an absolute, absolute mine of useful information like that, David.
Is that useful or useless?
Oh, no, that was useful. A great start. So 6 points for Jenny. More letters now, and Jenny, your choice this time.
Thank you. Could I please start with a consonant?
You certainly can. L.
And a vowel?
O.
And another consonant?
M.
And another consonant?
B.
And a vowel, please?
E.
Another one, please?
Another E.
And a consonant?
J.
One more consonant, please.
P.
And I'll finish with a vowel.
And lastly, A.
Thanks, Lily. Here's the clock. Well, Jenny, that looked like a bit of a tricky one with the J thrown in the middle of the mix. How did you go?
I got a 5.
5 for you, Andre?
5 as well.
Let's start with yours, please.
Amble.
And Jenny, yours?
I got maple.
Maple. Little syrup, tree, something sweet.
We're having a wander through the forest with amble and maple. Well done, good 5s, and a not necessarily friendly mix, this one. The best I could do was a 6, which is aplomb, a word meaning poise or self-assurance. Now that's A-P-L-O-M-B, and fascinatingly it comes from the French, the idea of a plummet, that is a vertical position, because someone who can keep their stature while others lose theirs.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, David. And well done to both Andre and Jenny this time, 5 points each. And that brings us to the part of the show which Lily believes makes or breaks a champion. Yes, our first numbers game for tonight. And Andre, what would you like?
Could I have 2 large and 4 small, please?
Thanks, Andre. That's 2 large and 4 small. And the first set of numbers for this series: 9, 9, 7, 10, and the 2 large, 50 and 25. The target to reach is 541.
Thank you, Lily. Let's chase that target. Well, Andre, how close on those first numbers?
I got 538.
538, so you're 3 off the target. What about you, Jenny?
I got 545.
545, you're 4 away. Well, Andre, you're only 3 off, so show us how you did it, please.
Okay, 50 times 10 is 500.
50 by the 10 is 500.
Then 7 times 9 is 63.
7 by the 9 is 63.
And then together for 563.
563.
And then take away the 25 is 538.
538. Well done.
Well done, Andre. Now, I noticed, Lily, you turned away from the board after 14 seconds because I was counting. How did you crack it?
Well, I managed to get there. So here's how I did it. I started just as Andre did. 50 by the 10 is 500. Now, 9 minus 7 is 2. By the 25 is 50. So add that on, 550. Take away the 9, 541.
Nicely done, Lily. And well done, Andre, as well. 7 points to Andre. And that means that now only 1 point separates Jenny on 11 and Andre on 12 as we go to our first break tonight and your first word mix. It is much pink. And the clue for this one, Alvin is one. Back shortly.